I hope plasma membrane is clear to you. Now let's go to the important part of the cell, that is the nucleus, okay, which control all other activities of the cell. So if you see the cell in this diagram, we can see the nucleus in the center. So if you see the boundary, we can see nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is double layered and you can see some gaps in between that are the pores. So for the transport of materials from the cytoplasm to inside the nucleus and from nucleus to outside to the cytoplasm, some gaps are there that are known as the pores. Okay, so this is double layered. Okay, inside this nucleus, we can see here thread-like structures you can see, I think, that are known as the chromatin thread, chromatin threads. Okay, so inside this contains the DNA which carries genes. DNA are the hereditary material which carry genes. That plays an important role in the transfer of the genetic, that our characters from our parents to the offspring. Okay, so this is the structure of a nucleus. So I told you the nucleus contain chromosomes. So first it will be thread-like structure, that is known as the chromatin. At the time of cell division, it will condense, it will become compact and it will form the chromosomes. So we have, human being have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Okay, so these are the these thread-like structures are known as the chromatin. It will form the chromosome. Is it clear? So there are two types of organisms. The last class we have already studied. Once again I will tell. So some organisms will not have this nuclear membrane. Okay, it will have the chromosomes will be there, but this nuclear membrane will be absent. That type of organisms are known as the prokaryotes. And if this nuclear membrane is present, that is known as the eukaryotes. So depending upon this, so this nuclear membrane is that much important that organisms are divided into two, prokaryotes and eukaryotes, with the presence and absence of this nuclear membrane. Okay, so inside the nuclear membrane, chromosomes are the chromosomes first contain DNA. DNA contain small fragments, that is known as the genes. Genes are the genetic material which carries characters from parents to their offspring. So the nucleus is the center of the cell which control almost all the functions of the cell. So once again we will see the structure of nucleus. So we can see the nucleus, that is outer layer is, it is double layered. Okay, so this is the nuclear membrane. Okay, you can see pores in between this which will help in the transfer of substances from the cytoplasm inside the nucleus. So in here we can see some thread-like structure, that is known as the chromatin. At the time of cell division, when this cell divide into two, it will condense. It will condense to little more compact like this structure. This is known as the chromosome. This will form chromosome. Okay. So in this chromosome, we can see here some segments will be there. That is known as the DNA. DNA contain, this is in the DNA, and DNA contain genes. So these genes are the genetic material which is transferred from parent to offspring. Okay, so in this nucleus we can see one more thing, that is the nucleolus, which contain nucleic acid. So this is the structure of the nucleus. So if this nuclear membrane is there, if the nuclear membrane is present, that type of organisms are known as the eukaryotes. If nuclear membrane is absent, it is known as the prokaryotes. U means EU. This U means true. So if that organism have nuclear membrane, this is known as the eukaryotes, two nucleus. If this nuclear membrane is absent, this is known as the prokaryote, which we can see in the case of blue-green algae and bacteria. Eukaryotes in plants, animals, human beings, that type all are eukaryotes. I hope it is clear to you. Till now we have seen plasma membrane and nucleus. Next, third important part is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluid content that's seen between the plasma membrane and nucleus. Okay, let's see this one. If you see the structure, we can see this is the plasma membrane and this is the nucleus. In between the plasma membrane and nucleus, there is a fluid jelly-like structure that is known as the cytoplasm. Main function of the cytoplasm is to carry the substances from one place to another, and so many cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, then ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, that all we can see inside this cytoplasm. That we will see the cell organelles we will see in the next class. So cytoplasm is like a medium in which all major cell organelles like mitochondria, this endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, then Golgi bodies, that all we can see inside this cytoplasm. So once again we will revise whatever we have studied till now. So basically the structure of the cell is divided into three features. First is plasma membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. Let's see once again. This is the outermost covering of the cell, that is known as the plasma membrane or cell membrane. It is selectively permeable. It will allow or permit only some substances to come inside the cell and also some substance to go out of the cell. So that is selectively permeable. So it will form a boundary. Then we studied about nucleus. Nucleus we can see in the center, which that is double layered, and inside the nucleus we can see chromosomes. Chromosome contain DNA. DNA contain genes, which are the genetic material, and the nucleolus we can see. And between we can see pores, which will help the transport of substance from the cytoplasm inside the nucleus and from the nucleus to the cytoplasm. And another, in between the plasma membrane and nucleus we can see cytoplasm. It is a fluid content. It is very important because it contains so many cell organelles are there, like mitochondria, then ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, like that. So many so many things which have so many different functions are embedded in this cytoplasm. So next class we will see about this cell organelles. So in the case of prokaryotes, we already studied about eukaryotes and prokaryote. In the case of prokaryote, these cell organelles will be absent and the nuclear membrane will be absent, and these all cell organelles will be absent.